Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding list interface. So let's start. Before that we are going to discuss what we completed in last video. Okay, so we see what is collection, right? First question is that what is collection. Second one, collection hierarchy, how collection is better than array, and then fourth one, what is the parent of collection. Okay, so we already seen what is array and limitations of array, right? It is fixed size, right? Then second one, what is collection. Inside collection there are multiple classes is present, interface is present, it is growable in nature, right? Then homogeneous and heterogeneous objects are allowed inside collection. Some methods are present, that's why operation becomes easy. Then we see the difference between the array and collection, which is better. Then we see the hierarchy, like parent of collection is iterable, correct? Parent of collection is iterable. Then there are multiple interfaces is present inside a collection, like list, queue, set, dequeue, sorted set, navigable set, right? Everything is seen into the green color, it is a interfaces, and this color is regarding for classes, it is representing class. Okay, see here inside in corner it is representing green color is interfaces and this one is class. Okay, so and then we discussed regarding the map also hierarchy we seen in last video. So this blue color is representing the interface, so interface are present like map, sorted map, and this orange color is define the classes like hash table, link hash map, hash map and tree map. Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss what is list and how it is internally working and what is the implementation of list. Okay, so see here, basically list is a interface, this is a list is a interface, and inside a list for some methods are present, and for list interface providing the implementation by ArrayList, vector, LinkedList and stack. Okay, actually here vector and stack is already decrypted, so ArrayList and LinkedList we can use nowadays. Vector also sometime we can use to provide the synchronization. Okay, so let's start. We will open new file. Okay, and here we seen the list interface. Today we are going to discuss list interface. Okay, so actually what is list interface? It is a child interface of collection. It is child interface of collection. This is the first one. See here in the diagram, like here it is an interface, and to providing the implementation for list interface there are some classes are present like ArrayList, vector and LinkedList and stack also. Okay, so list is a interface which is a child interface of this collection framework. Okay, list is a child interface of collection. So see this point, first point is it is a child interface of collection. Second one, if we want to represent a group of individual object where duplicate are allowed and insertion order is preserved, then we should go for the list interface. Many times interviewer asks like that, when we have to go with the list, when we have to go with the set, when we have to go with the map, right? So interviewer asking some question like that, if we want to allow the duplicate also and insertion order is also preserved, right? That time which interface you are using. So simply you have to tell like that, if we want to represent a group of individual object, okay, individual object where duplicates are allowed and insertion order is preserved. That time we are using, or then we are using list interface. Then we should go with list, right? Go for list. Okay, that's it. This is a second point. Okay, so see, when we can differentiate the duplicates object, and we can maintain the insertion order, means it is basically depends on the index. Okay, so one point also we can add here, we can differentiate duplicate object and we we can maintain insertion order by insertion order right? We can duplicate also differentiated, and insertion order is also preserved, correct? Order by means, what is means of index. It's like we can write inside here, index plays the important role in list. See guys, index, I'm writing here one point, index plays important role in list. Okay, so this is a list interface. Okay, interviewer ask some question like that, what is the list interface? It is a child interface of collection, and when we are going to use this list interface. So when we are using, if we want to allow the duplicates and insertion order must be preserved, that time we are going with the list interface. Okay, so everything is based on inside the list interface, means basically index plays the important role in list interface. Okay, so there are some methods are present inside the list interface, list interface define the some methods, specific methods we can see now, list interface define method. We can write here, define the following method. We can write following method. Okay, so see here, list interface defines the some methods, right, which is providing the implementation for the list interface, or some classes are there like ArrayList, LinkedList, okay, vector and stack. 4 classes are present. So basically, see here, first question is that what is list interface, second one when we are going to use it. Okay, so this is a list interface which is a child of collection, and for that list interface there are some methods are present. For this list interface, some classes is providing the implementation like ArrayList, vector and stack. and linked list. Okay, so we are going to discuss one by one everyone in upcoming session. First we are going to discuss regarding the list only, what is list and how we can use it. Before that method we are write here one point like list interface classes. Okay, so this is a point. Sometimes interviewers ask like what is the list classes, right? List interface classes, which classes is providing the implementation to the list interface, right? So we can write here, first one is that ArrayList. Okay, first one is that ArrayList. Second one LinkedList. Third one is vector. Okay, and fourth one is stack. Okay, these four are the classes present inside the list interface. We can see to the interviewer. Okay, so basically there four classes are providing the implementation to the list interface. I can add here one more point. Below classes are providing implementation to list interface. See guys, here when we are writing some interface name, class name, okay, that time what we have to follow, we have to follow the coding convention, naming convention, right? So what is the naming convention for the class? First alphabet must be caps or uppercase, right? We can say for interface also. Okay, for method is different, classes is different. Okay, different naming convention is there. So this point is also completed. What is the which classes is providing the implementation to the list interface, right? First one is, what is the list interface? It is a child interface of collection. If you want to represent a group of individual objects, we are duplicates and allow the insertion order, that time we are going with the list interface. Okay, and index plays the important role in list. Here also I am going to mark as a point. Okay, first point is list is a child interface of collection. Second one, when we have to go with the list, and when we have to, if you want to preserve the insertion, that time you can go with the list. And third point is also present here. Okay, that's it. Then second one, cancel it. Okay, then let's go ahead. So there are the some methods are present inside the list interface, which is defining by the list. Let's see here, like in a list interface there are the multiple methods. We are going to discuss one by one. Okay, so first is that add method is present. Okay, add method is present. So when we have to add particular data, okay, particular object we have to add inside a, consider the array list, linked list, vector or stack, we have to add, there is a add method, right? Then we are going with the add method. So basically it is written the boolean, this method is written in boolean. Okay, second one is that add all method. Okay, add all method. When we are going to use this add all method, I'm mentioning here like that to comment it. When we have to add specific like object, okay. And what is the difference between add and add all? See here, it is also return the boolean, okay. So what it done, add all method, when we have to add collection inside another collection, collection in another collection, okay, another collection, okay. Then third point is that there is a get method is present. Get method, return type is object, okay. Get method is present. So based on index we can get the data, okay, from the any collection object like ArrayList object, okay, LinkedList object, vector, stack. Based on index we can get the data. Writing here point, based on index we can get data, okay. Fourth point is that fourth method, okay. So fourth method is remove. Remove also return the object, return type is object, remove. Inside the remove, what done by the remove method? So basically it is also based on index, based on index it is going to remove the object, right. Based on index remove, we can write here like this. So fifth method is like a set, okay. You can see the set, it is also return type object, set method is present. So what it can do? So basically see here, inside a parameter we can add like a based on index. You can see I'm writing here for your reference. Index, we have to put the index first, then we have to add the object which on which position we have to replace the object, okay, new object. That object we have to write second, okay, object O, like that, okay. So see what happened when we use the set method, that time which index we have to add this new object, okay, that is defining by the set method. So what happened, it is used to replace the old one which is present on index, which index it is present, which is replaced by the new object, okay. Let's see the sixth one. Sixth method is like last index, okay. So which is returning is like a integer, okay, int, which is returning int, positive, negative, like that, okay. Last index of, this is a method present inside a list interface, like see. So it is returning the last occurrence, okay, last occurrence of that particular object, last occurrence. If you want first occurrence, then what we have to do? So we have another method like that, index of method, okay. So what is done this method? It is return the index of first occurrence, okay. It is return the index of first occurrence, Okay, and last index of method is returning the last occurrence index. We can write here index. Okay, let's see, there is also one method is present, another method, like say the list iterator. Basically it is part of a iterator when we have to iterate the particular data from the any list object. Okay, like it is a list iterator basically for only list objects. Okay, list classes, like see here, we are going to discuss in upcoming session how we can iterate the data with the help of list iterator, enumeration, and iterator, right? With the help of iterator, list iterator, and enumeration, three cursors are there. So there is one list iterator method is also present, which is return the list iterator. Okay, so method is present like list iterator. Okay, these method are present inside a list interface. Okay, and for that method implementation is provided by these classes. Okay, we are providing implementation to the list interfaces by using these classes: ArrayList, first one; second one LinkedList; third one vector; and fourth one is stack. Okay, so in upcoming sessions we are going to discuss regarding the array, what is the ArrayList, how to use, how internal working of ArrayList. Okay, LinkedList, vector, stack, one by one we are going to discuss. Okay, let's recap once again. So see here, what is the parent of collection? It is iterable. Second one, what is the child classes of list? Is ArrayList, vector, LinkedList, and stack. What is the child interface of collection? List, queue, set, dequeue, sorted set, navigable set, right? And there are the some classes also present, like hash set, link hash set, reset, array queue, array dequeue, right? Priority queue. Okay, so in this today's lecture we are discuss what is the list. Okay, so list, it is a child interface, it is a child interface of collection. Okay, see here, list interface, it is a child of this collection. Okay, then second one, when we have to go with the list interface, interviewer asks this type of question: when we have to go with the list interface, if we want to allow the duplicate, okay, and preserve the insertion order, that time we are going with the list interface. Inside all classes of list interface is preserve the insertion order. Okay, and duplicate allow. Okay, duplicate also allowed inside the list interface classes. Okay, list classes you can see. Second one, this point is completed. Okay, and which classes is providing the implementation to the list interface? We see ArrayList, LinkedList, vector, stack. In upcoming session we are going with the code also, how to create the object of ArrayList, how to create the object of LinkedList, how it is different from each other, what is vector, what is actual stack, right? How internally it is working. Okay, then we are going to we discuss the list interfaces, some defined method, like first one is add. When we have to go with the add, if we have to add the specific object inside the ArrayList, vector, or stack collection, that time we are going with the add method. When we have to go with the add all, if we have to add one collection into the another collection, that time we are going with the add all. Okay, when we have to go with the get, so based on index we can get the data. If we want the data like if consider there is a, I will show you, like here, if we are creating the object of ArrayList, like see ArrayList, like some here data, like we can take string or employee, something like that, take a string and data, we can give the reference variable and a new ArrayList. Inside that we have to provide the generics string, okay, and this is the object. Okay, if we have to get the particular data, first method is that, okay, we will discuss all this point into the upcoming session. Okay, but let's consider there are some data is present, like data dot add method we are using. Okay, so inside this add method, okay, what we are going to add, we have to add the string data. So let's consider I am adding like Shubh Adi, okay, Parth, or like so John, like this three string we are adding into the add-on. Sorry, this is not a good way. If I am adding like this Shubh, okay, so see here what happened, it is add this Shubh data, Shubh string into the data, okay, ArrayList object. If like same I am adding 2-3 more objects, like C Shubham 1 and second one, third one is Shubham 3, like that. If I want data present on a index first, okay, that time we are going to take a data like that, data dot get method. So we have to provide the index here, okay, inside the parenthesis. That time we get a data, particular data present on a first index position. Okay, we will see all this coding question into the upcoming session one by one, don't bother here. So see only this method, what is the use of add, when we have to add the particular object, that time we are going with the add method. When we have to go with the add all, if we have to add one collection into the another collection, there are the two way we can add one collection into the another collection. By constructor also we can add, we will see in upcoming session. Okay, so get method, what is the use of get, based on index we can get the data particular object. Okay, remove, based on index we can remove the objects also. Set, if we want to replace some data, consider if we want to replace this Shubh, right, that time what we have to do, based on index we have to provide here index number and new object. Okay, that time it is replaced, Shubh is replaced, like I am adding here new data, like inside a string format, consider like that there is Alex. Then what happen, instead of Shubh, means Shubh is replacing by the Alex. Okay, that time it is working. Okay, then last index of, it is finding the like last occurrence of index. Okay, and if we have to find out the first occurrence index, then we have to go with the index of method. What is list iterator, when it is also method. Okay, when we are using the cursors. Okay, there are 3 types of cursor present inside the collection, like enumeration, list iterator and iterator. Okay, so list iterator is basically for the iteration purpose, and which is allow the list classes. Okay, so today we are discussing this concept, what is list, when we have to use, what is the implementation classes for list interface, what is the methods present inside the list. Okay, in from next session we are going to discuss with the coding concept also, and what is internally ArrayList, LinkedList, vector and stack is working. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.